Look, sometimes you don't need fancy, you need cozy. You need food that's warm, cheesy, and basically feels like a hug on a plate. So today we're making some of the cheesiest comfort food you could dream of. Number one, a gooey garlic bread topped cheesy chicken pie. Oh, stop there and we've already done amazing things. A 3-cheese baked mac and cheese, seems a little redundant, and a bubbling skillet of meatballs drowning in a marinara, a 2-minute marinara by the way, and stretchy molten cheese. How great is that? And today's sponsored by Borden Cheese. Fantastic. Did you know that Borden Cheese is produced by the Dairy Farmers of America, a cooperative of over 12,000 family farms? So when you're buying Borden cheese, you're helping rural America. You grab this out of the refrigerator of the supermarket, you're doing good for you because it's fantastic, and you're doing good for them. It's a win-win all over the place, but we got a lot of work to do. We're getting started with the garlic bread topped chicken pie. That is melted butter. You could figure that out. This is a garlic press with, oh, wow.
My lens?
That was so violent. Look, it shot everywhere. All right, 2 big cloves of garlic. But I think that's a good start when it shoots like that. I think we're off to a good day. This will mix. And now for the bread part. You won't be expecting this, but look what I'm using. Hamburger buns that I had the other day and I didn't need for the hamburgers. You'll love me because I'm gonna give you the freedom to use pretty much anything here. You just need to cut these up into cubes. You got leftovers, I want you to use them. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go like this. And if it wasn't obvious, we're here to help you save money too. So do stuff like this. Here's my bowl. We'll put these guys in here. And you remember this. We mix. Certainly smells good. Break up the pieces that are stuck. When everything's covered, put this off to the side, get out a pan. In our warming skillet, we add some butter and wait for it to mostly melt. Melting butter, and we add some diced onion and celery. And this we just want to saute till it softens over the next 4 or 5 minutes. All right, couple things. One is some dried sage because chicken pie, turkey pie, just screams sage to me. A little salt and pepper. We can always add more later. We mix. Already, this is amazing. Next in some flour. And we're going with about 3 tablespoons of flour here. 2 scattered nicely, and 3. Mix that in. Yes, you're gonna end up with a dry, sandy collection of vegetables. Give this about a minute or so. Then it's time for our liquids. The first will be chicken broth. Oops, I spilled a bit. I like to mix fairly well to try and eliminate the chance of clumping flour bits. So give this a, good 30-second or so stir around. We'll follow it up with a cup of milk and let this just start to get a little bit thick. Next in the beginning of our Borden Fest, we have some mild cheddar, finely shredded. I think I said cheesy, right? And I meant it. Get this in all beautifully melted. Look at it. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cheesiness will never stop today. I'm a na-na-na-na-na. I belonged in the 50s.
I'm leaving all that in.
Well, apparently I am from the 50s, but I meant I should have been a singer in the 50s. And we follow this up with some frozen pearl onions. Love them. And some little peas, frozen. How convenient, you just put them in like this. Don't forget, this is going in the oven. So mix everybody around. And we're missing one important ingredient, Max, any ideas?
More cheese.
Chicken! It's a chicken pie. By the way, you can use any frozen vegetable combination you like. I'm not a fan of those little square cut carrots. I don't know why. They look fake to me. These look like peas. Those look like onions. Those little carrots look like machine made. They probably are. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but okay, our last ingredient is some chicken, and this is a deli roasted chicken I brought home from the store, shredded it while it was warm. Easiest time to do it. And now we'll just make sure everybody's covered. Lordy, lordy. Talk to me about comfort food. Okay, before we put our topping on, I think we need to taste it, just to make sure. Hello, cheese. Oh my, okay, oh my, okay, two things. More salt, because we haven't really done very much. Lots more pepper, because that's my fave. And a little garlic powder, and we mix. Okay, oh goodness gracious. All right, time for our topping. And now these guys. Hello everyone. Oh, I'm getting beautiful garlic coming right off of this. All right, this beauty's going in a 400-degree oven for about 15 minutes, and then I'll look at it. And depending on how brown it is, I may put foil over it. If it's not brown enough, I'll leave it. We're probably looking at 30 minutes in the oven for the whole thing, and I'll be back. And then we start the 3-cheese mac and cheese with the secret topping. And, okay, I checked it at 15 minutes, determined the garlic bread was brown enough, put it back in with the foil, and there we, oh, look. They're like the most gorgeous garlicky croutons ever. That's the way to top something. And here's the thing. Do you know what people don't put in a chicken pie? Cheese. And why not? It's the most deserving of cheese. Wow, I want that bite right now. A smaller, more manageable bite. That's for me. The little hint of sage, spectacular. But it's the cheese in the filling that really makes this. And whether you do this as your topping, or biscuits, or puff pastry, I was gonna say, it is so good, it won't matter. I take it back. Do this as your topping. Use up something you've got. Bread, buns, bagels, whatever. Make sure the cheese is in there. Ooh, it's such a good start. This is number one. Ready for the next one? It's a 3-cheese baked mac. We begin with some cooking bacon. That's pretty obvious. I want to get this about 60% of the way there, which is getting close for me, because then I have something else to add. And that will be a yellow onion diced up. And now while the bacon finishes, the onion will start to get soft and translucent, and we'll be ready to move on. Take it out of the pan, let the heat reduce a bit, and we'll carry on. And we let it cool a bit because we have more butter in here that we need to melt. If you suspected another roux was on its way, you'd be right. And when it melts, we add more flour. And let this mix in. And we whisk. And it's milk time. Patience, people, patience. You want to take your time here, whisk well, because you're trying to eliminate the chance of lumping. Then when we're looking like this, it's time to add a couple things. One will be a little smoked paprika, because it's the best. Oh, and the smell. Say it all the time. If you only want one paprika, make it the smoked one. You won't be sorry. Next up, we have cheddar, mozzarella, and Colby Jack. 3-cheese time. Some cheddar. And we need to be mixing as we go, or you'll end up with one solid block of cheese. You know, which is fine if that's what you're going for. But we're going for 3-cheese mac. Nice. All right, now some of this business, some of the mozzarella. In we go. Hello, gorgeous. You are looking fine. And if you don't think this is going to be cheesy when we're done, you are not paying attention. Put our cheddar Monterey combo. And by the way, almost anything that Borden has in this category is going to be amazing in here. This is just what I've chosen. Last goes in. Look what I just noticed. I have some garlic powder sitting beside me. Let's put it in. And it won't be super garlicky. It'll just be just a little extra hit of flavor in here. And when that's in, Maxie, now you know what's next.
The secret crust or whatever?
The pasta.
The pasta.
Yes, of course. Good man. And yes, now our pasta, and I'm using Celentani. I like the shape. I like the way that's really going to hang on to this sauce. I was a little concerned about the size of my pot, but we're going to be okay. And in case you're keeping score, hello, the bacon and the onions. Now I'm worried about the size of my pot. Okay, you can kill the heat and just mix. The smell of cheese, the smell of onions and the bacon, it's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's get our casserole dish. There we go. I sprayed it because I don't want anything sticking after the fact. That, oh boy. Perfect. Holy goodness. So the mac goes into the oven for 15 minutes at 375. Then it comes out, and then I'll add something crunchy and some more Borden, of course. Time to top the mac. And we're using potato chips, but not just regular potato chips. We're using sour cream and onion. But these are too big, so give them a little crunch, just to bust them down a bit. And look, if you don't like sour cream and onion, then then we have to talk because seriously, they're so good. One last thing to make it even better. A small handful of Borden shredded mozzarella, then we mix and we top. Not gonna lie, one of the most incredible looking and smelling macaroni and cheeses ever. But wait, we can do this now. And I like to just do a little bit of that. Just push them under just a tiny bit. Beautiful. Back in another 15 minutes. And look at you, boom. Oh my gosh. Look, it's still a little bubbling. Oh God, be still my Borden 3-cheese mac heart. Goodness gracious. Does that look insane? Look at. Oh, I want it all. And let's see what's doing. Oh, I love that. Oh boy. Uh-oh. It fell up. Oh, the smell of it. 3 cheese. Okay. It is so rich, gorgeous, and cheesy. Macaroni and cheese is like the food equivalent of a warm, cozy wool sweater that you want to wear all the time. And as good as it tastes, knowing that they're raising cows to get real milk to be the basis for all these cheeses, that makes me really happy. And don't forget, mac and cheese loves the microwave, especially a couple hours after dinner when you need a little bit more. And we've done some great work so far, but up next is, well, think of it as a meatball sub, but in a skillet with a ton of Borden cheese. And we begin with the meatballs that we're making out of ground beef and Italian sausage. Because yes, that's what you do. Next in, some Borden mozzarella and some breadcrumbs. Wait, a couple cloves of garlic, Italian seasoning, like that. Good hit of salt and pepper, and an egg. And this we will mix with a gloved hand. Break the yolk, and everybody gets mooshed together. I'm telling you, the addition of the Italian sausage is gonna make it way more interesting than if it was just the beef. And look, there's nothing wrong with the beef, but what do you got against Italian sausage? And when everybody's mixed, get a pan and start cooking. All right, pan's starting to heat, a little olive oil. And now we're gonna use this little scooper to make what are roughly 1-inch balls. Like that, and in they go. And if they're not perfect, they're rustic. And we're happy with rustic. These guys, we just want color all the way around. They're gonna end up going into the oven to finish, so they do not need to be cooked through here. And when they're all in, we wanna brown them all the way around, then we continue. Well, they're looking beautiful. And don't forget, they're gonna finish in the oven. So as long as you got some color, and we do, see the cheese melting in these guys? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, they're so beautiful. They smell so good. All right, time for a little 2-minute marinara. And here's how we start, with a can of crushed tomatoes. Look, you can buy marinara, but please, when you can make one this easy, and we have the following. A couple shots of good olive oil. We're back with the garlic, dried oregano, red pepper flakes. Not even an option, just do it. Good pinch of salt and pepper. Because of the acidity of the tomatoes, we add a little pinch of sugar, and we mix. Gonna tell you something, this little 2-minute version is gonna be a lot better than a lot of the jarred ones you'll find in the store. All right, let's get our meatballs back. And there we are. And now we do this. Oh boy, oh boy. What do you think's next? You know, I tried out for the San Diego Padres once to be the in-stadium announcer. I didn't get the job, but if I did, it would go something like this. Now batting, Borden shredded mozzarella and provolone. First in, a handful of mozzarella. But what I think will make this really outstanding will be some Borden provolone slices over the top. There we go. My oven's at 375, and she goes, 15, 20 minutes. Say hello to my little friend. Whoa, snap, look at this. Wow. What'd I say? It's like a meatball sub, but this is what it is. It's the most shareable meatball sub on the planet. Look what happens. You know what that is? That's the power of Borden cheese. Oh my gosh. Let me show you how to eat this thing. So you get some baguette. Okay, I got a lot of baguette. Break it. Oh, I thought it was stronger than that. And then you get a piece like this. You come in here, you take one of these beautiful meatballs, and you go right like that. And then this marinara has mixed with the cheese and the meatball to make just the most gorgeous sauce ever that is just burning the out of my fingers right now. But look at, Honestly, this is the way to serve it. I'm not doing the traditional meatball sub thing anymore. This will be my new move. And for a group of people, holy yes. I sense this could be a mistake. It's very hot. It's very good. You know, I just realized the downfall with most meatball subs is the sub part. There's way too much bread. You want meatball, you have a meatball. You're not forced to have it in all that bread. You want to rip off some bread and make your own little mini meatball sub? Now you're talking. Can you believe what we've done today? What did I promise? I promised meals that felt like a hug, and that's what we've given you. Perfect time of year, perfect food. All the recipes are below. Thank you, Board and Cheese, for sponsoring this most delicious video today.